Hello, everybody, and welcome to ECAC Esports. Today, we are in week 6 of Rocket League for the fall 2024 semester season. Today, we are going to be in Group 2 of Division A, and we are going to be watching Bushnell Rocket League versus University of Michigan Flint. It's the B team, I'm pretty sure. It might be the A, might be the B team. I'm not 100% sure about that. However, we do have a great matchup for you guys today. My name is Kev Dogcast. I've been a Rocket League caster for a couple years now, and I'm excited to be able to bring you these games. I'm going to go through a couple of the team rosters real quick, just so you guys are aware of who is playing on Bushnell Rocket League. We have Crow as the captain, Zarma, and Phosphine. And against University of Michigan, they have Gims, Icy, and Saturn. They also have two coaches, Stouter and Azel, but I'm pretty sure those are head coaches for their universities. But we will be getting into this match. It's a best of 7, and I'm excited to see who will be joining and who will be running the first game, because obviously everybody in Rocket League knows the first game is one of the most important games. This is where you get to learn your opponent's skill level. You get to learn their play styles as well. And we are going to be hopefully getting into it in just a couple seconds. We have everybody in the lobby, so it will just be a matter of them joining the teams. But everybody in chat, if you are watching, let me know, who are you rooting for? Are you going for University of Michigan, or are you going for Bushnell? We're getting into the lobby, and we are getting to game 1 of this best of 7 for ECAC. The kickoff is started, and let's get right into it. Already, Bushnell trying to get an early lead here. Zarma off the ceiling. Does he get the flip reset? No, he doesn't, but he does get a bump. Could have been a good shot there. It's going to be from Crow, and nobody from the defense of University of Michigan is able to get the stop. And in 11 seconds, Bushnell already up by 1. Let's see what's going on here. Going to be difficult to see exactly what will be going down, but Icy trying to keep this one going. One touch, and that's all he's going to get. Saturn into the midfield. Icy with the shot. Nobody back, and it's a tie game. Already 1-all. 22 seconds into this game, and both of these teams have already started out coming on, scoring and just slotting the ball. Great passing plays from University of Michigan here. But again, it's just the beginning of the game. It's going to be really interesting to see how these teams are going to rebound from these, now both teams getting those first goals, so they don't have the pressure to get that one in the demo as well. I am so surprised. I did not even see him going for this one. He was on the bottom of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. If you do see that, Tygo going up, and then you see Zarma, and that demo is going to open the crowd, open the lane, and it will be Bushnell to take the first lead once more against Michigan here. Tygo going up, trying to go for the bump, but a good stop by Saturn will leave it to the sidewall here on the orange half. Icy, he's going to try to beat out Crow. He does get around one, doesn't get around the second. Saturn left alone from Michigan. What can he do here? He's going to get a high pop into the blue corner. He's not going to get a pass to a teammate nor any farther, but it will be Icy to recollect. He's able to get it 1. Crow trying to go for the stop. He gets the 50, and that is just off of the sidewall. The play is not done. It's getting cleared out into the midfield, but Michigan, they're still trying to keep this one going. Saturn into the midfield. No boost, no teammate in hand, neither. Another 50 coming out, and it's Gims. Sidewall to the backboard. A bit of boost, none left over, and Crow sends this one over to Zarma. Over 1, still on target, and not going to be a save, extending their lead 3-1. A great carry from Zarma. A great play from Bushnell indeed, and it's only going to be a matter of time to see what can University of Michigan incorporate into their offense, or even their defense, because their defense, they haven't been looking too strong, but we saw them have a great opportunity on the offense there. They were on the blue side for probably about 30 or so seconds. Just nothing came to fruition for them, but this one will, and Saturn will pick up their second, but they're still down, but plenty of time left on the clock. A good pickup from Saturn to get them 1 goal back into this game. However, they still need 1 to keep this to go into overtime. However, they need 2 to keep it in regulation for game 1. And of course, guys, this is a best of 7. It's week 6 of ECAC. You are not supposed to adjust your screens because you're looking at the right thing right now. And a good shot from Gims will go wide, and Tygo as well, barely able to get that save. It's going to be Crow to collect this one on the side wall, send this one long down into the field, approaching halftime here in game 1. But Tygo not gonna be able to put much more left on there. Will able to get the boost steal, but Icy, a great way to play that. Chill, calm, collected. If you see what I did there with chill, but Saturn now not gonna be able to play this Zarma into the midfield. Tygo up 50 over. No, it's just a double tap opportunity, and it's gonna be Saturn to take this one over to the side wall. A great catch, and the possession from both these teams have truly gone back and forth. They haven't been able to find much, and Bushnell are kicking themselves now. That's not something that should have gone in. Crow went for the 50, and Tygo just unfortunately could not read it as fast as Gims. Was going straight towards Gims's neck, and that will be a tie game here in game 1 of this best of 7. And Bushnell, they lost the crucial lead. The confidence you had going up 3-1 almost immediately off of the first kickoff. It's great. It's massive. It helps you indefinitely. But now it's a tie game. Just over 2 minutes left on the clock, and it will be Crow to get taken out by Saturn here. And Icy trying to keep this one from going into the back of the net. They don't want to lose the momentum they just gained from those 2 goals. Saturn trying to go for the 50 here. Will able to push this one into the blue corner. And Saturn up. Tygo with the whiff. Oh my god, Gims as well. What are you doing? How are we whiffing those? That was right in front of the net. It could not be clearer. But a good shot from Saturn will collect. And it will be a lead for Michigan for the first time in this game. But Gims, man, I don't know what went on, but you need to be scoring those. Luckily, though, you do have teammates. You do have 2 teammates in these 3v3s, and that teammate in Saturn helped save the day. 100 seconds left on the clock, and Tygo now taking a slow approach. The demo as well will open the field, and that will be Bushnell and specifically Crow to tie things up. A great play. You could see the communications, the gears turning in their heads. You could see Tygo, I know it was Zarma, just saying, hold off for a second. I'm going to get this demo. The pass comes into the midfield. It's an open net. Crow only had to slot this, and it's a good play again from Bushnell. However, they're trying to get this one off the kickoff. Gims not going to allow. This one's in the midfield. It's going to go straight in front of the goal. A pass over to Saturn. A shot up high, and nobody there from Michigan to continue. Tygo now trying to push this one forward with little boost, the no boost now. Crow cutting the play off there in the orange half. It's going to be interesting to see what will University of Michigan be able to do. They don't have much boost. You can see Gims on 0 now. Crow with the 50 and another 2 whiffs. It's going to be a 1v1. Tygo, can you get it around Icy? No, you cannot. But Crow trying to cut this one as well. Zarma left alone. The flip reset. The touch. No, it's not going to go in favor of Michigan. And Tygo already on the counterattack. We see the musty, and it will be sent to the wayside here. 40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 4-4. This is, of course, game 1 in the best of 7. And Bushnell, they're trying to keep possession here. They're trying to keep this one from going to OT. They want to take into regulation. They want to get the momentum going forward. The bump and the save as well. It's still 4-all, and nobody from Bushnell is able to penetrate this defense from Michigan just at the moment. Zarma, a touch to the sidewall, can get the double, but it is met by a 50. And Tygo now, no boost to play with. He did grab the full. He might be able to get it around 1, but what can he do when you have Icy waiting for you in the midfield to pass out wide? And it's not going to be good for Bushnell. This is an open net. If Gims can get the angle, no, it's a backboard. Icy with the shot over the backboard again. It's going to touch down. And in game 1, we have overtime. And already in overtime, Gims trying to keep this one going for Michigan. They were able to get something started at those last ticking seconds, but now with low boost He's going to have to leave this one for Icy. Down over to Gims. It's going to be a 50. No, they'll bump the shot and the goal! University of Michigan, just when you didn't think they could catch up, they made the comeback down by 2, going to tie the game up, and in overtime, they will take the first game of this series. And we see both teams, they had some great offensive plays. They had some great defensive plays as well. We're starting to see that. However, if you are Bushnell, capitalization is the key. University of Michigan, they were making a lot of mistakes, but now it is only about what can University of Michigan do in order to keep this momentum. They were able to make the comeback. They were able to knock the mental of Bushnell for just a moment. And going into game 2, I want to see the aggression that we saw from University of Michigan continue. I want to see them go for these bumps, them go for these demos, the passing plays out into the midfield as well. That is what led them to winning this first game. And if they can recreate that, this series should be theirs. But nonetheless, going into game 2, it is a University of Michigan advantage here in this best of 7. And Tygo sitting on that wall looking to see the outcome of the 50 for Crow. But Crow's going to continue. It's going to be a pass into the midfield. Icy with a long shot. Zarma able to get back. Around 1, round 2, it's another 1v1, but does he stop these? Yes, he does, and almost Tygo putting that onto the post, and Bushnell, just like last game, it would get the first goal of this game. A great play from Zarma. Knew it was a 1v1, a 1v2 actually, in order to get their team the lead in this game. The demo as well opens the net up, and that great play will create some offensive momentum for them. But if they cannot use it right now, it might have to be all of University of Michigan to combat whatever Bushnell is trying to cook up here. A good stop from Tygo will send this one into the corner, but Gims, he's lying and waiting. He was able to get a shot on target. It's going to be dangerous for Bushnell here. Saturn with the pass into the midfield. Nobody, however, from Michigan was there to receive. And Gims now off the sidewall, has the flip reset, can't get it around 2. No, it's an own goal from Crow! I don't think he was expecting that to go low. I think he was expecting it to try to go to the ceiling around Zarma. He saw the flip reset, but it just dropped down off the 50. And a bad spot to be in will lead to the own goal. And it's all tied up, ladies and gentlemen, here at 1-1, just a minute down in game 2. Going on, Gims letting this one over to Saturn. A shot coming out, stopped immediately by Saturn. Now Tygo with boost. He went onto the ceiling. Does he have the flip? Yes, he doesn't, but he can't create contact. And Bushnell, they're in the offense. They're trying to get this one into the back of the orange goal. They're at least trying to keep it in the orange half, because if you can't score it, keep the pressure going, and something will break down. And just like that, back into the orange half. Zarma sees Tygo into the midfield. The pass, the shot, and a great play from all 3 players of Bushnell. And I'm going to just tell you a little bit about what's going on here. I mean, some of you may know, some of you may not. Right now, this is Group 2 of Division A, and both of these teams are going at it. This is the second to final week in the regular season. This is what will stop anyone from going to playoffs and what will determine your seed. But currently, Crow, he doesn't care about any of that. He just wants to win this series. They want to make up for the mistakes in game 1. A great shot will put them back into the lead and extend it as well, 3-1. Going into this 5th kickoff, this is exactly the turning point of last game that we saw for University of Michigan. If they can do and recreate exactly what will happen from game 1, they can absolutely destroy the mental of Bushnell now. Tygo up into the air, onto the ceiling, feeling like Zen. The musty around 1, can't find it around the 2nd, but he doesn't matter. He has Zarma, but Zarma No boost in the tank. Will drop it down, and Saturn with full control. 1 up, 2 beat. It's going to be a pinch. Not a good one, but a weak pinch off of the ceiling, but straight to Gims. Can that be a save? Yes, it can. Will it get saved again? And rolling into the back of the net, but Zarma was able to get back to that, saying, hey, do not touch it. I have this. Had a little bit of boost to get back into that gameplay. And now Crow, trying to get this one off of his side, does do it. Indeed, it's onto the orange side, down into the midfield. Tygo, can he get a shot? No, it's sent just underneath him. However, it is collected by Zarma. Back into the midfield, pops over to the backboard. Crow can't find the shot. However, they don't need to play too aggressive. They're already up by 2. They have the barrier goal once again. But this time, will they be able to keep it? Or is University of Michigan getting the momentum that they need? That almost was a great play. Just not enough contact in order to keep this one to go to the back of the net. A 50 over to Gims. Back into the midfield. What can Saturn here do? Does he have the double tap? He does. Around 2. But nobody from Michigan was even mid. Nobody was there for the outlet pass. And unfortunately, that's going to bite you Michigan here. But they're still on the offense. They're trying to get something going. Saturn up the shot, and it's off of the crossbar. And Zarma as well with the great save. A 50 will keep it in the blue half for now. It doesn't even look like Bushnell's trying to play it. Bushnell, they're trying to play a little bit slow. They're trying to play a little bit defensive. They don't want to give up another goal from the overcommitting that they did in game 1. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to play here. A little bit slow touches, soft touches, a bunch of 50s as well to keep control. But Tygo out of the play now, gets a demo, and the bumps, the team bumps will lend it. What? Off of the post, Saturn, no! How did you not score that? It was just off of the post. Zarma with an excellent save, but it's another pass down to Saturn, and Tygo as well. Now, this is the aggression I was talking about from University of Michigan. Shot after shot after shot, and if you cannot make it, keep piling it on. But just looks like Bushnell have all the answers, and this is what you want to see now. Going for bumps as well. Can he get a bump? No. Crow able to stop it. And with 30 seconds left, it's looking grim here in game 2 for Michigan. But it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. Still plenty of time on the clock for them to get one. However, they need to do it now. They need to do it fast. And that touch from Icy is not what you need, but a good extender. However, it's right back in the hands of Tygo. The bumps, the demos, the double touch, nobody there. But it did waste enough time, and that will be a 1-all series with Bushnell coming out on top here in game 2. And the ball's not even down, guys. This is the proper Rule 1 of Rocket League. It's actually Rule 0. Once it hits 0-0, keep the ball up until somebody scores. And that somebody will be Icy. And now, fortunately for them, that does give them a little bit of momentum. However, again, it's not enough to win this game. They won't be able to extend their series lead. But let me tell you a little bit about the bracket here. Right now, Bushnell, they're in 4th place with a 2-2 win-loss record with University of Michigan Flint with a 1-3. If University of Michigan Flint create the opportunity and win this series, they will tie King and Bushnell if King wins their next match at a 2-3 series scoreline here going into week 7. But for now, we're going to have to wait on those results. We're going to have to get to see them here. And right now, Saturn, a double kickoff. But Crow has full boost, able to pick this one up and get in game 3. This is truly one of the most pivotal games of the series. This one will give you the advantage going into the best of 5. This one will also give you the advantage of just being able to knock your opponent's mental off of its block. You don't want to keep them in a good momentum-based mental. And now Zarma trying to get this one into the orange half, not into the orange half, into the orange backboard for even a shot to come out from any of their teammates. And Tygo trying to take this one slow, but a good 50 will send this over to Icy and back into the midfield. Can Saturn beat Zarma out? Yes, they can. And nobody from Michigan was able to get the shot, but it didn't matter regardless as Tygo was there. Crow now A booming clear will send this one back in, and the bump, the team bump as well, will create the awkward play. Tygo with the shot, and a great save from Gims will keep this one from out of Michigan's net, and the passing plays trying to come out. Unfortunately, just went straight in the same direction as it did originally. And another 50, but we're seeing these double commits from Michigan. You could tell they're a little nervous. You could tell they don't want to lose. When you're on the field, it's a completely different feeling than when you are watching it, and the feeling of the water hitting your face like that waterfall is all Icy need. Burr, it's chill in the veins, because now it is time for Michigan to take their first lead of a 1-0 game. Both Game 1 and Game 2, Bushnell, they were able to come out on the first goal, a 1-0 for them. However, Michigan, this is the first time we're seeing them pick up the first goal of the game, and they could find a second there. Zarma, fortunately enough for Bushnell, was able to get the stop, and 90 seconds down, the most pivotal points of a game, the first 90 to absolutely send and dominate the field with whatever playstyle you are trying to cook up for said game. But another 50 will keep this one into the orange half. Gims trying to get the pass out over to Icy, over to the sidewall, but nobody from Michigan was able to enhance the play or even add on to it in any way. And now back onto their backboard. Tygo trying to go for the double tap, can't find it. Zarma with a shot, the bump coming out, and that's a great play from Bushnell to tie this one up. And it's going to be questionable to see what Michigan does, because you see that far rotation from Saturn going all the way to the opponent's half of Bushnell's half. It's not really what you want to see from Michigan if you are a Michigan Flint fan. However, now it's still a tie game. Just under 3 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for them to get back into this one. And Gims trying to go for that redirect shot. Not going to be able to get enough power to get it around Crow. And this one sent over to Tygo onto the sidewall. We've seen plenty of musties from this person right here. And this one will be met by Icy. A great clear from Gims, but won't be able to follow it. Yes, he will, but onto the back wall. I don't think he was expecting Crow to whiff the ball. And now Saturn into the midfield. Nobody from Michigan to add to that play once more. And it looks like Michigan, they have plenty of opportunities. However, it just seems like they're backing off when they need it the most. But what they need is a goal, and Icy can deliver. Icy just able to beat out Zarma, and nobody from Bushnell able to get back there. Another lead from the main man, Icy there. However, it's only a matter of time. As we've seen from recent history, before Bushnell tried to get something started off of a bump or a demo. And Michigan knows that now. This is game 3. They've been through 2 of this before, and already over half of the game here. So they know exactly what Bushnell is going to try to do. Either some mechanical play from Tygo starting it off, or a bump. And that rule 1 was just Icy. Why you gotta do that, man? It's a rule 1. You save those. Those are literally the groundbreaking rules and the foundation of Rocket League. If you are head-to-head with another car in a 3v3 or a 2v2 match, or even a 1v1, it doesn't matter what type of match you are, you do not break the rule 1 of Rocket League. But regardless of that, karma may come their way. But now Crow trying to get this one out, but it will be Icy to stop once again. A pass into the midfield, but again, Michigan, nobody there for the pass. They have no faith in the pass, it seems to be. But this one, a great shot from Tygo, will be saved away by Saturn. And this pass down over to Crow will be cut wide. However, still in full control. Beat out 1 of 58 by the second. And it will be Zarma to try to control this ball off of the ceiling. Can he find the shot? No, 50'd away by Saturn. And that's going to be a great stop of Bushnell's offense, but it's just a matter of time. A pass into the midfield. The bump as well will give up the play to Bushnell. And Tygo trying to get the back wall, won't be able to. A double demo. It's just Saturn with no boost. What can he do? All he has to do is stall for time. But this is such a close game now. Tygo going for the shot once more. Icy, a booming clear, sends this one over to Saturn, who just finishes it towards the back wall. A bump and a boost starve will create a good disruptor for Bushnell's offense. And Gims now trying to play anything possible. A demo onto Saturn will leave it into a 2v3 situation, and I see a great way to stall out the game, waste the clock, and make the seconds tick down. Saturn, he doesn't want anyone from Bushnell trying to go for anything too fancy, but with 2 seconds left and the ball in the air with another touch from Gims, it will be University of Michigan Flint to take game 3. This is officially a 2-1 scoreline for Michigan Flint. It's going to be exciting to see what happens in game 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 7, meaning you have to be the first team to win 4 games. Doesn't have to be in a row, but in this series, 4 games. And already, University of Michigan Flint halfway there, and it's only time will tell if they can collect the other 2 games. But Icy trying to start this one off. A good dunk from Tygo, however, will create a disruptor in the play. And Crow into the midfield, but will be stopped by Gims and Icy. A great redirect against the side wall, but Gims wasn't able to play it properly. And Icy just having to bail out Saturn from that play there. A back pass over to Zarma. But a shot now saved away by Tygo. And this is the first time, I believe, in all of these games that in the first 30 seconds, somebody has not scored. And now Gims with a wide open net. Does he get back? Nobody's there. The open net shot from Gims will create. As I said, nobody scored within the first 30. How about the first 40? It's now University of Michigan Flint. One more advantage point. And this could be 1 goal away from getting them onto match point here. That could have been it. This could be the final series scoreline for game 4. But regardless of that, a big bump will create the waterfall. Gims not going to be able to get there. However, Zarma was a good 50 back into the midfield. Saturn with the shot off the crossbar. Can Icy get there with the shot? Yes, he can. And that's going to be 2-0 in favor of Michigan. And this, if you are a Michigan fan, is what you want to see. All stops coming out. And it looks like the Bushnell defense is discombobulated. They aren't able to find much here in game 4 just yet. It's only time will tell. 4 minutes left on the clock. Nobody is out of it until the final ball hits the floor. When it hits 0-0, unless you're going into overtime. But of course, Gims now just gonna steal that one. You know, it's a cheeky goal. Another open net, and Gims, he wants the credit for it. But it will be Saturn to spot out all 3 defenders from Bushnell. Behind him, open net, 3-0. And this is the biggest lead we have seen in this series so far, and a commanding one as well. Bro, up in the air, plenty of boost. What can he do? Find the double? No, but he can't find a shot either with Zarma left on the wing. Tygo trying to stall this one out. Let the defenders of Bushnell get back. The players trying to go up the field now. Another whiff there by Saturn. Icy sends this one up high, able to stop and slow any progression from Bushnell for now, but that demo onto Icy will create a good play opportunity off of the post, and Icy with a booming clear to send it away. I go into the midfield. We've seen the Musties plenty of time. It hasn't seemed to work just yet for him, but it could have been a good shot from Zarma. The double team pinch out from the net, and this one going to be a passing play down over to Gims. Gims not going to be able to find the contact he needed for that first touch. So it's going to be Zarma now into the midfield. A play with Crow also double committing, by the way, but it does end up working. The awkwardness, Zarma was able to put that shot on for, I believe that was Icy's last defender. Yes, he was. And it's just, he jumped way too early. Zarma able to put it any side of the net. And that's a first goal in game 4 for Bushnell. However, that goal also means the momentum has shifted back towards Bushnell. Doesn't mean it's completely gone for Michigan, but it is a good start. And as I say, the momentum is starting to fade. Icy off of the kickoff, full boost, just carries it into the back of the net, and another 3-goal lead for University of Michigan Flint in game 4. If you want to see them take this series, let me know in chat. Put hashtag UMF or hashtag BU in chat for Bushnell or University of Michigan Flint. And Saturn trying for the double tap, can't find the angle. And Tygo now trying to send this one out of their half. It's a scary place to be when you just cannot stop with the relentless 50s. A good shot or a good start from Zarma into the midfield. Crow can't find a touch either, and it's going to have to be Bushnell to retreat. No, it's actually going to be a cut from Zarma, the player of the match so far. If you're on Bushnell, shot to the backboard from Tygo won't be enough, but it's still in their favor. As I say that, Saturn with a clear of the century, but time ticking and Bushnell down by 3. It has to be something here, or at least something soon for them to get started. And a good shot. No, it was actually going to be wide, but regardless of that, Saturn able to send it to the corner. And it looks like Bushnell are all out of answers as it's back on the blue half. Saturn fakes out one, can't fake the second. And a double touch as well from both players in Bushnell besides for Crow. We'll give it to the orange half for just a moment, and that moment has faded, but it may reappear. A bump and Crow on the wing, but Icy able to beat him out there. Tygo now having to play time, plenty of time to play as well, but with little boost, there's not much he can do other than go for 50, and it's going to be Zarma to send this one off of the pinch of the ceiling, and Icy trying to go for that Psycho, not going to connect with it, however, but with 60 seconds remaining, Bushnell need to be looking for answers to even stop this. They just need to be talking. I don't know if their head coach is in the call with them as well, but right now what they need to be doing is coming up for a game plan against University of Michigan Flint. If they cannot come back in game 4 here, they're gonna be on match point. University of Michigan Flint, they're only gonna need one more game, and that is not a spot you want to be if you are a Bushnell fan or even a Bushnell player. But as I say that, Tygo, what a angle! Huh? Off the crossbar, off of the post, in? My guy, what are you doing? But will it be enough for Bushnell to regain the momentum? We saw what happened when they got one. University of Michigan Flint immediately responded. Could this one be the same way? It's going to be Icy to go for a hit. Not going to be enough. Gims into the corner once again. And Gims now trying to get that shot, but it's going to be Saturn with full boost. Plenty of time, but no recovery off of the initial touch. This one, with time ticking down, 10 seconds left, will go in the favor of University of Michigan Flint, and they are officially on match point. The ball just needs to touch down now. Zarma trying to go for a setup. Tygo, can he get the shot? No, he cannot. So we will be going into game 5, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 is your series score here in ECAC Week 6 of the Rocket League Division A Group 2 series between these two teams. And now it's going to be a really interesting time to see what can Bushnell do. What they got to be doing is creating the opportunities. They're going for bumps. They're going for demos. It's working, but not enough. Meaning you have to create the passing lanes. You can't only create shot opportunities. You have to create passing lanes as well to get it into the midfield. Can't keep sending it through the corner. The corner is the easiest thing to stop. The backboard is the hardest. But starting off strong is Icy once again. Couldn't find the first shot, but he can find a teammate, and Gims just barely not able to get the correct touch. And this one will be wide. Zarma with a flip reset. Over to the sidewall now. Saturn with no boost can find Icy in the midfield. Can he go for a quick strong touch? No, he cannot, but he does have the reset, and it is onto the backboard. Gims now trying to go for the shot. Can't find much, and he's just able to stall out the play. Zarma into the orange half now. And it will be Icy to collect, but that's not a good touch at all. But it is going to go straight back to him. Another 50 and a demo as well. Gims, he has an open net unless Zarma can get back, and University of Michigan Flint able to take this first goal. Well, I don't know what has happened, but a complete flip of dynamics started off from game 1 to now. We saw close series, close games from game 1 and game 2. Game 3 started to go again in the series in the favor of University of Michigan Flint. I believe they won by 2. And then game 4, an absolute destroyer, 4-2. No, it was 5-2. Sorry. And now here, this is game 5. And it's going to be really interesting to see what will Bushnell be able to do to bring this one back Crow. Not able to get a good enough 50. It's still in the blue half. Gims now trying to get something, but it's a great clear. Saturn having to play time in an awkward position. Just chased down by Tygo. Will give it straight to his teammate. And Icy just sitting in net. They couldn't have placed it worse. The placement wasn't there, but the offense still is. And Bushnell, the team bumps there, will slow it down for just a little, but the bump will create some space. And this is what I'm talking about. You can create a passing opportunity here. Crow needing to go for this. No, it's actually going to be Tygo, but he went for a whiff. Zarma up into the midfield. Tygo, instead of letting Crow go for this one, had to chase this one as the University of Michigan Flint defenders were just waiting to strike. They're like a puma. They don't know when they will strike at any point in time. It could be a counterattack just like this one. And Gims in the corner, 50 on 2. Zarma sent up into the air, but nobody from Bushnell was able to follow. And that's a good shot. Is it going to be in? Yes, it is. What? The pinch off the sidewall from the pass from Icy. Crow, he wasn't able to expect the amount of power Gibbs was able to get, and that will put them up by 2. And only one more time does University of Michigan Flint have to win a game, and they're already up by 2, almost half of the game remaining. And if Bushnell cannot find some answers, this will be the series in its finality. This will be everything. You have to remember, University of Michigan Flint, they started off this week strong. They've started off this season strong as well. And they're in 4th place with a 2-2, a tied series scoreline. However, Bushnell trying to find some answers, trying to find the save. They're barely able to do that. And Zarma now over to Crow, can't find the best touch, but still going to be continued by Tygo. Going forward, Saturn onto the ceiling, can't find the second touch. Tygo stopping it. Still in the orange half. If they want to find some answers, it has to be here. All 3 players from Michigan Flint not in a good position, nor with a lot of boost, but the 50s are just not there for Bushnell. They haven't been able to find a strong 50. They haven't been able to find a strong offensive start either. They're able to get something, but it's just going by the wayside just off of 150 or just nobody committing for a ball. You have teammates. You can trust them, but it's only a matter of if you do. Now Karma over into the midfield, and Crow with the first goal for Bushnell here in this game, and a great play. Zarma to Tygo into the midfield. Crow with an open net. Had to beat out Icy, and that's all they need. One more time. We'll send this one into overtime. But if they can't, University of Michigan Flint will be looking for the trophy going into week 7. Saturn not able to play with much, but Gims will be over to the side wall. Taken out will be Icy. That's going to create that 2v3 scenario once again, but Saturn over to Gims. Pop up, a fall down. Can't find much off the 50. And it will be Crow to push this one forward, but great stop by Saturn. We'll say, nuh-uh, you ain't going any faster. You ain't going any farther neither, and you ain't winning this game. But Zarma trying to say something about that. No wave dash. And the trust was there, but the contact wasn't. A poor first touch from Zarma just leaves it